In our last topic, we talked about finding the surface area of a rectangular prism or triangular prism, which is all the area on the outside of the shape, adding up all the different rectangles and triangles and sides that we have going around the outside of the shape. Today we're going to focus on the inside of a shape, and finding how much space is inside of a shape is called volume. So first we're going to start off with finding the volume of a rectangular prism and a cube. Imagine for volume finding the area of the bottom of the shape and then just pushing it through the entire thing to fill it. That's how we can get the formula for the volume of a shape. So if we look at our rectangular prism, we have this box, and imagine if we found the area of this bottom right here and then pushed it up through the entire thing. That would go through the entire inside. So to do that, the area of the bottom, that's length times width, and then to move it up through the whole shape, that would be through the height. So if we take the length times the width and times it by the height, we can find the volume of any rectangular prism. So go ahead and try this problem that's on page 45 on the very top and see if you can find the volume of that rectangular prism. Hit pause and then hit play when you are ready. Okay, so if you took the length times the width times the height, you would have taken 24 times 5.5 times 4, and that gives you 528 cubic feet. The reason why we have this little 3 up here is because I want you to imagine that what we're really trying to find is how many little cubes we could fit inside of this box up here. And so that is why we put the little 3 in there. Also, we're multiplying the feet label together 3 times. It's 24 feet times 5.5 feet times 4 feet. We have 3 of those, and so we need that little 3. It's called cubic feet when you put the 3 on there. Now off to the right hand side, this is still at the top of page 45, we have a cube. And again, remember what's special about a cube. All of the sides are the same. So if you take the length times the width times the height, you're just taking the length of a side and timesing it by itself 3 times, which is cubing a number. So we can say the volume is a side cubed, or sometimes you'll see it written as the volume is the edge cubed. The length of an edge is the length of a side. And so we're just going to take this number 4 and times it by itself 3 times. Now there's 2 ways you can do that on your calculator. You can put in 4 times 4 times 4, and you would get for this problem, you get 64, and again my label is cubic inches, inches with the little 3 at the top. Another way you can put it in your calculator, we talked about with squaring a number, we have an x squared button, and we were able to hit that. We don't have a cube button, so what we can do is there is a button on your calculator that has a little arrow pointing up, and it just means take any number and raise it to a power. So if I want to take 4 and cube it, I can put in the number 4, hit the arrow that's pointing up, and then hit the number 3, and that means 4 cubed. That's what that means, which is 64. 4 times 4 times 4. So that is how you find the volume of a rectangular prism. Now, look at page 44 at the bottom and find this problem. It's the very bottom on the left-hand side. And I want you to practice that now. Find the volume of this rectangular prism, hit pause, and then hit play when you've done the work and you are ready. Okay, in the first line, you should put your formula. The volume is the length times the width times the height. Then we substitute those numbers in. Volume is 24 times, whoops, I got the wrong thing here. This should be times 9 times 2. Let me take a minute and fix that. (24) times 9 times 2, and the answer is 216 cubic feet. So that's how you do that problem there. Okay, well, straight above that problem on page 45, we have a cube with every side length of 14. So take a minute and practice this one. Find the volume of this cube. Again, your formula is length times width times height. Remember that all the sides are the same, so it's just like taking the length of a side and you're cubing it. But you can just put in 14 times 14 times 14 that will give you the same answer. All right, so you should be getting for that 2,744. And double check your label to make sure you're putting the proper label on this one. This was actually meters in your packet, and so it'll be cubic meters. And that's your final answer for that. Continuing on page 45, let's also discuss how would we calculate the volume of a polygonal prism, which means, again, a prism where the base is not a rectangle, but it could be a triangle, it could be a pentagon, a hexagon, an octagon. And the basic idea still stands. I talked to you on some of the previous slides about finding the area of the base and multiplying it through by the height, so it's kind of like you're filling the shape, you're pushing it through the whole thing. Well, we're going to do the same thing with a triangular prism. You would find the area of the triangular base and multiply it through by either, in this case, because it's laying on its side, it looks like more of like a width. But if it was standing on the base, it would look like a height. And that's all you would have to do. So basically, your formula is, for any kind of triangular prism, it's the area of the base. That's why we use capital B, area of the base. And then you multiply it through by the width of the rectangle, or in this case, it could, if this was standing on the triangle, it could be the height. So let's try this problem on page 45. This is at the top on the right-hand side, right below the cube problem. So again, my formula is the area of the base times the width. We use capital B for the area of the base. The height or the width, which if you notice is this part of your formula right here, that would be 18. The area of the base, and if we do 1/2 base times height, remember that in a triangle, the base and the height are the sides that come together that are perpendicular. So this is the height, this is the base. We do base times height, and then we divide it by 2 or multiply by 1/2. 1/2 base times height. So it's 1/2 of 6 times 8. That gives us 24. So remember, we take the area of the bottom or the base and we multiply it through by that width or height, and that fills the entire inside of the shape, which is our volume. So if we multiply the area of the base times the height, we take 24 times 18, and that gives us 432 cubic centimeters. So volume is a little bit easier on any polygonal prism. It's just the area of the base multiplied through by the width, or in some cases it's the height of the shape. Now let's have you try one. If you would, turn to page 45 or stay there on page 45, and in the bottom right hand corner is one for you to practice. See if you can find the volume of this triangular prism. And I have the formula written here at the top of the page. Basically, it's the area of the triangle, that's the base, multiply it through by the width of the prism, which is this right here. So calculate those things and put it on your paper, and then hit play when you are ready. Okay, when you fill in the dimensions, the width of this prism, I already highlighted in yellow, that's 12. Capital B stands for the area of the base, which our base is a triangle. And so the area of this triangle is the base times the height, so it's 6 times 4 divided by 2, and that gives us 12. So again, we take the area of the base, which is 12, we multiply it through by the width or the height. 12 times 12 gives us 144 cubic meters. So that's how you find the volume of prisms, whether it's rectangular or a triangular prism. Now what I'd like you to do is to get some practice at this, at finding volume, and I want you to do page 47. I found in the past that the H's on page 47 were confusing to people, so you can change all the H's to W's and numbers 3, 4, 7, and 8 so that it kind of sticks with the formula that I gave you. But basically we have two formulas that we're working with today. If you have a rectangular prism, the volume is found by taking the length times the width times the height, because basically you're finding the area of this bottom part here, length times width, and then you're pushing it up through this shape, multiplying it through by the height to cover all the space inside. The area of a triangular prism, again, This time we're finding the area of the base, which is a triangle, and then we're pushing it through or multiplying it by the width to cover all the space inside. So it's the area of the triangle times the width, and don't forget the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2, or 1/2 base times height. So go ahead and practice these problems now.